Erev Tov Rabotai, we are continuing with our Mishna Yomi, Masechet Yevamot. We are up to Perek Yudbet Mishnah Daled. Today's Mishnayot should be Le'elu Nishmat, Neria ben Svetlana, Aranbai, Eliyahu ben Burchai, Israelo ben Chana bad Miriam, Menuchatam began Eden, Amen, and Avdi ben Chaim lechaim, v'derefua shelemav, Daniel Shalom ben Rosa, and Mariana Miriam Chaya bat Tamara betoch Shah Chulei Israel. The previous Mishnah taught that a chalitza performed without saying the verses is valid. This Mishnah considers a case of chalitza in which the avam or the yevama were unable to say the verses. The Mishnah also discusses the law of chalitza where the avam or the yevama are underage children. The Mishnah begins, hacheresh shenechelatz, if chalitza was performed on a deaf-mute yavam, v'achereshet shechaltza, or if a deaf-mute yevama performed chalitza, v'acholetzet lakatan, or if a yevama performed chalitza to a yavam who is an underage boy, meaning he is not yet an adult, chalitzata psula, her chalitza is invalid. This is because the Torah requires that the yavam and yevama have the ability to speak for the chalitza to be valid. Although the yavam and yevama do not have to actually say the verses for the chalitza to be valid, they must at least be able to say them. The Torah further requires that the yavam be an adult over the age of 13 with signs of physical maturity. We learn this from the verse in Sefer Dvarim, chapter 25, verse 7, that states regarding chalitza, and if the man, referring to the yavam, will not want to take his brother's wife, now this implies that the yavam must be an adult at the time of chalitza. Ketana shechaltza, if the yevama was an underage girl, she was not yet 12, when she performed chalitza, tachalotz mishetagdil, she must perform chalitza again when she becomes an adult at the age of 12 with signs of physical maturity. Vim lo chaltza chalitzata psula, but if she did not perform this additional chalitza, her original chalitza is invalid because the yevama must also be an adult for a chalitza to be valid. The sages learned from the continuation of the verse that we quoted earlier in Dvarim 25:7 that the yevama has the same law as the avam and therefore must also be an adult. And that is a Rabotai of Mishnah Daled. Continuing with Mishnah Hey, we learned earlier in Mishnah 1 that chalitza must be performed in front of 3 judges. This Mishnah discusses the law for a chalitza performed without the proper judges. Chalitza bishnaim, if she performed chalitza in front of 2 qualified judges, or bishlosha, or in front of 3 judges, v'nimtza echad me'en karov pasul, but it was later found out that one of them was a relative who cannot serve as a judge. For example, if the judge was a close relative of the avam or the yevama, or that one of the judges was disqualified from serving as a judge because of certain sins he had committed. For example, he was a thief. Since chalitza is considered a monetary case, the judges must be qualified to judge such cases. Therefore, they cannot be relatives of the involved parties or violators of Torah law. Chalitzata psula, her chalitza is invalid because the requirement to have 3 qualified judges is essential to chalitza. Other Tanaim disagree. Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Yochanan Asandar machshirin. However, Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Yochanan Asandar rule it is valid because although chalitza should be performed before 3 judges, this is not essential for the validity of a chalitza. There was an incident with someone who performed chalitza tis yevama just between him and her without any judges present in prison. And the case came before Rabbi Akiva and he ruled it valid. Now, the Rav tells us that Halakha does not follow this lenient opinion. The Halakha follows the Tanakama. She'en chalitza kshera b'pachot mishosha. The chalitza is invalid if performed in front of less than the 3-judge requirement. And that is on the Rabotai of today's Mishna Yomi. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen v'amen.